Hello. Hello.
Hello, Whitepaaws. How are you doing? I'm about to read off some donations, but we'll get to your interview in just a second.
Alright, sounds good.
All right, so we have another $25 from EvanSo1 says, ISO, do you like spicy food? We have the promised $51 donation from Leif that says $1 per death as promised. Thanks so much for the opportunity to run. Thank you again, Leif, for an amazing run. We have $25 from Trixie Fox, who says, good luck to all the runners, have fun, go fast, name Rydia Trixie for Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise. And then we also have $51 from Tinfoil, says, matching laser donations per death, here's 51 strawberries. It was a pleasure catching for y'all, looking forward to a great marathon. And then a little kitty face. All right, Whitepaaws, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Having a great night so far. Seeing the donation total already at $352 just warms my heart.
Yeah, that's actually insane already.
Yeah, we're one run and one interview in, and we're at 7% of our goal for what 5 days of content. So it's pretty crazy.
For sure.
So just to kind of get started with your interview here. How about you introduce yourself? Let people know where they can find you on Twitch and social media.
Okay, so Whitepaaws with double A. It's the same thing for my Twitch and my Twitter. I run the Crash Bandicoot 1 game that will be shown on Saturday. And yeah, that's how it is. That's where you can find me and stuff.
Very cool. Make sure you toss Whitepaaws some follows on those platforms, and just gonna jump right into a few more questions here. How long have you been speedrunning or streaming on?
I'm pretty sure I found out about speedrunning late 2014, so around November. I tried starting with Crash Bandicoot 1. I didn't have a console that I could play it in back then. Nor yet, I didn't even have the game, so I played it on an emulator. But yeah, back in 2014. I was actually supposed to do an IRL race with some friends, but we never end up doing that, but I just stopped with the game. Yep. Been doing that since then.
Very cool, very cool. Much longer than me, I can say that for sure. Now, speaking of time frames, how long have you been a part of the furry fandom?
Okay. Let me think. So, around... I've been I was a lurker for like forever, since I was like in 5th grade or something. That must have been like, I don't know, 10 years ago, something like that. I remember going back into like some forums when I was like in 9th grade, so around like 7 years ago. That's when I started talking to some people like in the furry fandom. I never did end up keep talking to those people after the time passed, but after I joined speedrunning, I've been meeting a lot more furries. I've been keeping closer relationships with them, and I'm actually been getting art since like last year. So yeah, but it's been I don't know, a while, I guess, lurking.
Yeah, that's how I know a lot of us got into it. That's how I personally got into it. You can hear more about that on Thursday when I'm asked these questions on the other side of the mic. So what other runs or runners are you looking forward to this weekend, or even tomorrow, Thursday, later?
I'm not sure. That catches my eye here. I'll probably watch the Galaxy one run. Maybe watch Ori and the Blind Forest as well. I've done a little bit of any percent of that game until my PC died, so I couldn't play it more.
RIP PC.
Yeah, just cannot run games anymore. Let's see. Of my friends here, I also have some friends running. Kami 5G is running Knights. The Wayfaring Fox is running Ocarina of Time 3D. Miauskiewicz is also running Sony CD, so there's a few that I'm looking forward to.
Awesome. Well, you guys heard it here that those runs are ones to watch, so make sure you tune in for those. Someone called it out in chat, and I wasn't aware of this before this interview started, but it appears that you're actually the world record holder in Crash Bandicoot 90% on PS2. You're actually the world record holder.
Oh, yeah.
90%, right?
Yep. I actually lost, like, I've had it for since 2017, but I actually lost it very recently and got it back again. Although that's not really important, I guess. Like, the second place holder is also, like, super good at the game. He has the record for 100%, and I think also, like, he deserves a lot of recognition too. Shoutouts to my boy Tept. But yeah, it's just a little bit of back and forth. To me, like, the record is cool to have, but like optimizing the game is what matters to like our community more so. And talking about that, like I was on a grind for like a month and a half to get the first 39 in that game. It's been like a goal for the community for like a couple of years now. And Taft actually found a strat that saves 15 seconds very recently, so we both went into the grind. And it was actually really tiresome. I got pretty burnt out, but ended up getting the 39.57 in the end. Ted got pretty close to. He got a 40 flat, or how we like to call it, a 39.60.
Yeah, good old 3960s there. It's always seeing that those triple zeros is like, ah, darn.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I know you mentioned that you'd done some 90% Ori before your PC died. What other kinds of games do you like to play, and do you speedrun anything else?
Yeah, I've done runs of the trilogy of Spyro as well, like the main trilogy. Spyro 1, 2, and 3. I liked running Spyro 3 more. Because it like... It's a very broken game. All three categories have a lot to them. Like, let's say any percent is super broken, so just do a lot of hard glitches. Like one after the other. Then 100 egg kind of balances things out between movement and glitches, and 117 is mostly routing and stuff. Definitely a game that I really like to run. Haven't done it much since. 117 is really long, which is kind of a shame. It's around the 3-hour mark, but it's a fun category. Besides that, I did a little bit of Banjo-Tooie any percent recently. That was the last game I learned. I got a decentish time in it, although I would like to come back at some point. It's mostly platformers that I do.
Yeah, absolutely. Platformers are great games, great speed games. I know Banjo-Tooie is on somewhere on my long list of speed games that I have a spreadsheet for. It's
any percent is actually fairly easy to learn, which is nice. It's a really beginner-friendly category. Well, it can be kind of hard when you're like going for like a 45-ish time, 44, but it's a fun game to run. It's definitely a chill category if you don't mind the RNG, I guess.
Yep. All right, so we're running up against the interview time this time as well. So do you have any last shout-outs, any other things you want to mention or want the viewers to know?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say like thanks for having me on this interview. It was a pleasure talking about like my game and the community and stuff, all the progress that has been done. And shoutouts to the posse. There's a member in the posse right now in chat. Shoutouts to Skylar.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much. Looking here at the schedule, looks like your run is scheduled for 1 p.m. Central, so that'd be 2 p.m. Eastern. You can chat can adjust for time zones. I'm bad at math. and that's on Saturday. So make sure y'all tune in for that run if you're interested. And even if not, boot up the stream early in the day, leave it on, watch runs you like, donate when you can. Thanks again so much for jumping on this interview.
All right, thank you for having me. I'll see you on Saturday.
Yep. Have a great night.
Good night.